104.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. So on Saturday night, I didn't get a chance to get to this the other day, but Saturday night, I was over at a buddy's house. And his teenage kids, they are 16 and 17 is what this teenage kids. They went to the fair. And so I'm over at his house hanging out. You know, he's waiting for them to come home. So we were just, hanging out in the garage, drinking some beer. They were supposed to be home around 10, 11 o'clock at night or something. I think 11 o'clock. The fair closed probably at 10 or something. So I said, hey, I'll hang out with him because he was waiting for his kids to come home. And we started talking, and I noticed he kept looking at his phone all the time. I go, what are you doing, bro? Why are you on your phone? He goes, because I'm monitoring my kids. I got this, I think it's called Live 360. Is that what it is? You guys will tell me. Something 360, right? And he goes, it tells me exactly where my kids are at. And I said, well, let me see that. And I looked at it, and I'll be damned if it doesn't tell you exactly where your kids are. And I was thinking, man, parents today, man, they got it made, right? It just made me laugh, man. When I was a teenager, my parents didn't know if I was coming home or not. Same way, right? Your parents didn't have no 360 something to follow you around and see you movements and see what street you're on and exactly where you're at. I mean, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad. I'm glad my mom and dad didn't know where I was at because I was doing some things that I probably shouldn't have been doing. I was probably some places I shouldn't have been, and I don't want them to know that. But damn, can you imagine? Just think about it. My buddy and I are sitting in his house having a couple of beers. He's watching his kids where they're at. When you left the house, your parents didn't know if you were going to make it home or not. You didn't know what was going to happen. That's insane. But he was all kind of stressed out about it. Why are you worried about it, bro? You got them right there. You know exactly where they're at. Why are you tripping? Well, I'm like, calm down, man. All right, 842-547-7. I thought it was funny. And then what was funnier, though, is his wife doesn't like it, which is kind of right. Usually it's the mom who's always up in everybody's business. No, his wife doesn't like the fact that she tracks the kids. She thinks it's an invasion of privacy to track your kids and where they're got. But I think she thinks that way because they're teenagers, because they're 16 and 17. I don't think she would feel that way if they were 12. You know what I'm saying? All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. So my buddy was at his house the other day. He was tracking his kids. I guess something is it Live 360? Someone's got to tell me. Something 360. Maybe Live 360, right? He's got two teenage kids, 16-year-old and a 15-year-old. I'm sorry, 16 and 17. And so he's tracking them, and I'm sitting. He's waiting for him to come home. So I was just hanging out with him. We were drinking some beers. They were supposed to be home at 11 o'clock. And so I'm waiting with him. But he's stressed out about it. I'm like, bro, why are you stressed? You know exactly where they are. This thing could almost pinpoint them to a foot. It was crazy how accurate it was, right? And I don't understand why he's worried, man. Back in our day, and he knows what I'm talking about. When we left that house on our bikes or with our friends, our parents had no idea if we were coming back. They didn't know where we were. They had no idea. So what is he stressed out about? Hey, Rome, it also tells you their battery percentage and the speed of their vehicle. Oh, this live, whatever, this tracking system that he has tells you all of that? Then what are you worried about? All right, 842-547-7. There's a lot of you out there right now that are thanking the Lord that they didn't have this type of tracking system when you were a kid and your parents couldn't keep an eye on you. You know how my parents found out if I was home or not? During the day, they called the house. And if I didn't answer, I wasn't home. That's how they knew. Already 42547-7. He was all stressed out. It was funny. It was great. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Tracking your kids. My buddy, the other night I was over at his house and he was showing me how he could track his kids because his kids were out running around, 17 and 16, and he was showing me. I was like, man, dude, you guys got it made. You can track your kids down to you know, just to right where they are. It's wild. RD42547, Rome, that 360 is a good one. But I had the Firefly when my kids were younger. It's a cool watch. Okay. All right. RD42547. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo?
What up, man?
Man, you gotta know now, like, all the kids nowadays, we had common sense growing up, you know what I mean? All the kids now, they want candy, you know what I mean? So everybody's gonna worry about where the hell they're at.
They want that candy and the puppy, huh?
Yeah, they want the candy. They gonna do anything, man. We didn't have to worry. When us growing up, we had that common sense where the parents are like, "Hey, don't get in the van." You know what I mean?
don't know. I think kids are smart enough to not get in the van.
Hey, back then, was there a Tide Pod challenge? And who's dumb enough to do it now?
Let me think real quick. What the dumbest thing? We didn't eat Tide Pods when we were kids, but what did we do? We sniffed glue. We sniffed that glue at the damn school. We did that. So how's that any different than the Tide Pod challenge?
Chemicals, liquid chemicals going in your body.
So, but the glue is a chemical going in your body too. I mean, how is that any different?
But on the package, does it say "Don't sniff"?
Remember the big markers? Remember the big, those big black thick markers that they weren't even made by Sharpie, I don't think. But we used to sniff those things.
Hey, I still got a couple of those.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man, get out of here.
All right, have a good.
I'm not so sure. I mean, I do agree with him. When we were kids, we were way smarter than these kids today, but I don't think we were much smarter. We were way smarter, but not much smarter, if you guys can figure that one out. I think kids are smart enough today, though, to not get in the van. Don't get in the windowless van with the puppies and the Reese's peanut butter cups, okay? Stay out of that van. RD42547. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. We were talking about tracking kids, right? Is it okay to track your kids and so you can pay attention to them? Some guys said kids don't got common sense. They need to be tracked. Good morning, how? What's going on?
Hey, Romeo, you know I had to call on this one. Hey, I would have a brown paper bag with a gold can spray can. And we would be, it would be higher than the Empire State Building, Romeo. And that was a real trend. You would go, everybody put out a paper bag, you know, the ones you put your sandwich in with?
Yeah.
And we'll get the golden spray can and a sock. It's over, man.
But that's what I'm saying. These parents are over here running around acting like these Tide Pods challenges or whatever. These kids are stupid, but we were doing the same stuff.
Right. It's just like the cough syrup now, you know?
Yeah.
Grandma's cough syrup. We used to take that back in the day.
Exactly.
With 5 Vicodins.
All right,
bro.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You could call these kids stupid. You could say they lack common sense, and they do. But, I mean, it's not like you were sniffing the Sharpies. It's not like you weren't sniffing paint when you were their age. So, I mean, calm down. RD42547 Rome at school. We would stand next to the wall, hold our breath, and have someone push on our chest till we passed out. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Come on now. You just hope these kids have enough common sense to not get in the windowless van. That's all you got. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547. I was telling you about the other night. I was at my buddy's house, and we were just drinking some beers, hanging out. He was waiting for his kids to come home because they were out running around. He had teenage kids. And he has this 360 app or Live 360 or something to watch them. And it is absolutely incredible that you can follow these kids everywhere. But he's still worried about it. I'm like, bro, you gotta, all you needed was video. That's all it needed was video, you know? And so I thought he was worried too much. RD42547, and somebody said, well, these kids are stupid today, so you gotta track them. Because think about the Tide Pod challenge. Yeah, but we did stupid things too, sniffing the markers, the glue, you know, we did stupid things too. So it's nothing new, okay? Yeah, probably if Tide Pods had been invented back then, we'd have done something stupid with those as well. RD42547. Hey, Rome, you think it's okay to track your kids? I do. Why not? Anything to keep them safe, right? What's wrong with it? You know, it's funny. I grew up on a little reservation. My Indian reservation was 6 miles by, I think it was 6 miles by 5 miles or something. It was something real small, right? You know what my mom's tracking system was? Actually, every parent's tracking system was. You start calling around. Hey, these boys are here. These kids are out. You seen them? You just start making phone calls to everybody on the res. You seen these kids? You know where they're at? And they're pretty good. It's a pretty good tracking system. Oh, yeah, I just saw them over here. They just were at the river. I saw them at the water hole. I saw them over at the Iweequee. I saw them over at the I saw them down at the community center. I said, that was the tracking system on the res. RD4254777. Hey, Rome, anyone know what the game suicide was on the handball court? You threw the ball at the wall, and whoever the ball hit had to run to touch that wall while everyone else on the court punched on you. Yeah. No, we never played that one. I know what it is, but we never played that one. But you want to talk about stupid. Have you guys seen, any of you that have seen that hill right there by the shooting range out there by Hart Park, how steep it is and it has that 90-degree turn? I used to live on a 90-degree turn on a hill that was twice that size, okay? A road. So we would come flying down that on whatever we had, a skateboard, a bike, a green machine, whatever we had, and we hit that corner and try to hold that corner, because if you didn't hold the corner, you'd fly off about 7 foot off a cliff. Not a cliff, but into my property, about 7 foot. So yeah, you don't think that was stupid? We never even occurred to us that cars would be coming. We didn't even have a spotter. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Good morning, man.
Hey, you're caller number 29. Congratulations. All right.
Rudy.
What am I giving? Tickets to the San Diego Zoo. Rudy, all right?
Oh, man, thank you.
What's that?
Thank you.
All right, hold on. Where do we get you those tickets? All right, 842-547-7. I got my tickets on the way. The movies, the San Diego Zoo will take care of it. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547. So I was thinking about this yesterday. When I was listening to somebody talk about AI, or maybe that new Trump, the ad for that, and it said the best AI ever. And I was thinking about kids today. If you're a kid today, right? Let's say you, let's say you're 12, right? You have all this technology, all these really cool things. What do you have to look forward to? You know what I'm saying? The reason I was thinking about it, because look when you were a kid, right? If you're in your 40s or, late 40s, 50s right now, look when you were a kid. If you grew up in, let's say you were born in the 70s, you grew up in the 80s, 90s, look at everything that's progressed, how technology has changed, right? First, we only had TV with 3 channels on it. Then we had satellite dishes that were huge, not like the little ones they put on the side of your house now. Then cable came along. MTV came along. And you had video games that you got to play in an arcade, then you got to play video games in your house, right? And all this while you had a phone that was hanging on the wall. You made one phone call, right? You didn't have technology. Then computers came along, right? Remember the first Apple? I remember when I was a kid, the first Apple we got on the res. We got a little computer. We had a computer lab, right? I mean, and how slow they were, dial-up. Your phones, we had one phone, and then remember how big and expensive cell phones were? And then they got smaller, less expensive one now. I don't know what I'm missing. What other videos? First we had tapes, then we had CDs, then we had, now we just stream everything. But when you look if you grew up in the 80s, look at how much cool. The 80s was cool. I don't care what anybody says. The 80s was cool. The 90s was fun. The 2000s and where we are today. Today's great as far as technology goes and what you can and can't do. But as a kid growing up, you sit there and you remember when you had to go to a payphone to make a phone call. When you had to go to the library or to the school to use a computer to look on the web. I mean, how fast things work nowadays. It's incredible to be able to have said you lived through all of that. You've progressed to this point. You didn't have it at all. I mean, cars are different. What do kids today have to look forward to? I mean, it's got to suck. Imagine what kids today to look for. We can imagine that because in the 80s, they made movies about the future where everybody was going to have a phone in their hand. Everybody had a comm. You know, there were things out there that showed you what could be possible. I don't know what kids today have to look forward to. Anybody have an idea? Drinking, touching, I need to stop thinking. I need to stop spending time alone thinking about stuff. RD4254-7-7. 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. 4254-7-7. So I was thinking last night about all the things that we had. Things have changed. Nextel walkie-talkies. Yeah. Remember, I mean, just people today, what do the kids today have to look forward to in the future? You know, when we were teenagers, we didn't have phones. You know, we didn't have, all day cartoons when we were kids. We had to wake up at 6 a.m. and now all day cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Things like cell phones, things like computers, things like handheld, everything in your hand now. You have basically a computer in your hand. It all, which is cool, by the way. I grew up in the 90s, and you got to see of our society, technological standpoint, all the things that have changed. And what do they today have to look forward to in the next 20 years, 30 years? I don't know. 24254-7-7. I can't imagine anything good. Not like we had it. All right, 84254-7-7. I know exactly what you were talking about. When we were kids, actually teenagers, we were into car stereos and cars. Remember when you went from a CD to that then you went from a single disc CD to the 6 disc CD to the 20 disc CD that you had in your trunk. It was kind of cool. Well, yeah, how technology changed. You used to be able to put one CD in your car. Now you just connect your phone and listen to everything you want on your phone, right? So, yeah, that's what kids look forward to. Nothing cool, not like us. It's Romeo outside 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
Big Rome. Big boy.
What up?
It was nothing like, driving down the street with your knee on the steering wheel while you're trying to flip through your CD to go find you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't get to do none of that. Just push the button on their phone, switch.
Now the car will even drive for you while you look flip.
Yeah. They're so funny, man. I mean, see, and now I got my little ones. My going to get old school cars. You know what I mean? They're going to have to learn to drive that stuff. There's no technology in that stuff. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
They want them. Hey, they want them. That's what they want.
I got
you. You tell me, as a teenager, would you want that? A 650?
I mean, no. Not.
But it is all, they're going to have disc brakes, so they're going to have stopping. It ain't like, great. The what do you call the rotors and not the rotors, the actual shoes.
Yeah.
But I had drums and, I had drums and shoes hoping that baby would stop. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
All theirs is upgraded. They're going to have a lot better rides than what I had, growing up, of course.
Yeah, it's funny.
They'll still have CD players. They'll still have all that. That's what they got. They got CD players.
Yep. All right, big boy.
We'll see what happens, man.
All right, brother. All right, man.
Later, dog.
RD4247, and that did just go thing. Remember when you used to have to go on? A lot of you guys used to have to go to Texas to visit family. Remember sitting in that with your entertainment was your brothers and your sisters, or your mom and Now they put damn near 20 TV screens in cars now. You can watch TV. What? I mean, the technology has changed so much. It's amazing. And you can't deny it. But if you were an 80s baby, 80s, and you got to see it all progress. Today, They're gonna get to. No, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think technology is gonna change as dramatically as it did from the 80s to today versus today, 2050. You know, I don't think it'd be that drastic of a change. They're not gonna see much. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254-7-7. I was thinking about this the other day, and maybe talking. I was thinking about the fact of all how it's changed. We have it to home computers and cell phones in their pockets and 24-hour cartoons and all the different things, the streaming and all the things that we used to have to actually work. You'd have to go look for your friends personally. You couldn't go, you know, because if you called them and nobody answered, then you couldn't. I mean, these kids today track. These friends track each other. Do that spots and get on your bike, go check the spots, and it's way cool. Don't get me wrong. Doing that, was that better than today? No, it was just. But what do kids today have to look forward to? You already got all the technology. I mean, you went from a phone on the wall in your house to a phone in that whole progression, RD4254-7. Hey, I'll tell you how old I am, but I remember when it was exciting that you actually got to record your favorite song off the radio onto a tape. Oh, yeah, that's technology. Remember before you couldn't, you had to buy it. He's right about that. He's right. You used to have to wait to record. You used to have to sit and listen to the radio and wait for your favorite song to come on and then hit record in time. They didn't talk over your favorite song. That was back in the day when you either had to buy it, but that came out, right? All right, 84254-7. Just all the things that if you grew up in the 80s or the 90s or the 70s, you got to see a huge technological progression in our society. I don't know what these kids look forward to. Hey, Romeo, having to call my mom collect from my payphone, and when you were supposed to say your name at the beep, I would just say, hey, running late, but on my way home. So she did a collect call. That's funny. That's funny. And now look at what you do. Now you just text, or now you just follows you, tracks you. It's crazy. It's just wild. Yeah, maybe I drank too much whiskey last night and I'm just thinking about nonsense. But I got me to thinking because I was watching that Tron and they were talking AI. How great AI is going to get or be going to end up being at some point. But will whatever happens for kids in the next 30 years be as cool as what happened to kids the last 30 years? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the place. Romeo, good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romeo, this is Coronavirus Talker.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're talking about stuff. You want to know what we used to do, what I used to do back then? When cell phones were barely coming out, we used to get our cell phone and wait by the song play and try to record it so we could leave that at our voicemail instead of us recording our voicemail. We played music. We would do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Thank God for technology. Now we don't have to wait for the radio.
You don't have to wait for anything now. All right.
No, we just wait. We just down and there it is.
All right. Well, thanks for. All right. I mean, it's funny that but it's just, see how things progressed over the years. I don't see kids today being able to look back 30 years, 40 years and going, remember when we had to do that? I just don't know what they could possibly go. Remember remember when we used to have to drive ourselves and now the car, maybe that, but even that, I don't know. That's even happening right now. She did make me think of ringtone. Ringtones are a big thing. They're trying to figure out how to make their own ringtone, or you buy a, that's pretty funny. RD4254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's the Romeo RD42-7-7. Hey, you effing Chiefs fan. I slept early last night because I go to work at 3 a.m. Check on my phone if the Dodgers, they did. Thanks to technology. Go Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers won. Hey, I remember the callback ringtones. When someone calls you, they hear their own personal ringtones. What? Now they got the photo. Now when somebody calls you, they're capable of putting their own photo up on their phone for you to see when they call you. And technology's crazy. You know, I will tell you something funny about Wi-Fi. You know how I guess I don't know if they're conspiracies or if it's real, but I believe if Wi-Fi ever goes down, that the world will just lose itself and go implode, that people will go crazy. It'll be rioting in the streets and chaos. And I thought, not for me. I don't care about Wi-Fi. Well, yesterday, I switched to fiber optics in my house. So I was down for about 2 hours. They had to run lines and cut it, to get it going again. For 2 hours with no Wi-Fi. What's the first thing to do? Turn on the TV. I'll just watch TV. No Wi-Fi, no big deal. Well, I still have, but I have a streaming cable now, not the dish. I went from DirecTV dish, DirecTV stream. So, no cable. Get it all. No, iPad only works off Wi-Fi. I don't have a signal to it. So, I gotta tell you, it was kind of weird. It was being out Wi-Fi for a couple of hours. I had nothing to do. I mean, I didn't freak out, but I think I can kind of now why there's this big idea that if Wi-Fi ever goes down worldwide, people will go nuts. They won't know what to do. All right, 842-5477. It's kind of like when you're asleep and the power goes out in the middle of the night. For some reason, when the power goes out in the middle of the night, I wake up because it's just eerie and weird. And that's what it was like with no Wi-Fi, just eerie. All right, 842-5477. It's Romeo. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romeo, this is Coronavirus Talker again. I had to call you back because I hear you talking about the Wi-Fi now. Something to do before I was not that stable, because I'm stable now. You know what I mean? I got a job. I paid for my phone. And I don't know what I used to do. I used to go to McDonald's and talk about user-free Wi-Fi.
Hold on. You're still crazy. You're stable.
Yeah, I'm financially stable now.
Okay.
Back then I wasn't, and I had a phone and I didn't have Wi-Fi. I would go to McDonald's and talk about use Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi? I thought Wi-Fi was free.
Like when I used a phone and I didn't have I used to have a government phone. So, and I didn't have internet on it, so I would go to talk about McDonald's, Walmart, and Wi-Fi.
That's hilarious. Wow. All right. Thanks for calling. I honestly couldn't even tell you how Wi-Fi works. I mean, don't they? Everybody's home now. How does that act? I don't even, to be honest with you. It's kind of sad. Hey, Rome, they called it stress weed because you had out your own stems and seeds out the weed. Nowadays, no seeds, stems, just fire. What are you talking? Oh, I see. Sorry. This is the guy said he had to call his mom. What are you talking about? Stress weed. I don't know. I don't know why he sent me that. All right, 842-5477. But I do remember when I lived on the res in the heart of weed country back in the 80s, it was, we had seeds. You had to pick out the stems and seeds. Nowadays, you just go to a pot shop and they give it to you in a piece of chocolate. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. Hey, Rom, you just said you still crazy, just financially stable. Homegirl was speaking 1,000 miles per hour, fresh out of oil. No. Coronavirus stalker. She's Mexican, I think. She's Mexican. I think she lives in, Delano. Oh, no, maybe she got out of Delano. Wasco? I don't know where she lives. But she's come up. She's come up over the years. She's cool. She is a little nutty, though. RD42547. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547. Hey, Rome, who you got tonight? Football. Who plays Cisco and the Rams? I guess the Rams. Do we even have a quarterback? Who's the quarterback for San Francisco tonight? Purdy's hurt, right? The other guy, aren't both the quarterback? Purdy? Wait, what's going on here? I'm trying to look at the roster to see who's, hold on, let me find, here, let's see who's hurt. Purdy's hurt. And, maybe they got what's his name's playing, right? Mac Jones? Who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback for the Niners? Who's playing tonight? So the Niners, I don't think it matters. I'm going to go with the Rams. If you're asking me who's going to win tonight, I think it's going to be the Rams. RD4254 7-7. I don't think the Niners are that good. 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. RD425 7-7. Somebody gave me a pick'em sheet. I picked. Let's see here. Today's only Thursday. Tonight, San Francisco and at LA. I'd probably take LA. I'd take Cleveland over Minnesota. I'd probably take Cleveland over Minnesota. Baltimore over Houston. Carolina over Indianapolis over Vegas. The Giants over the Saints. Dallas over the Jets. Philadelphia will beat Denver. Arizona, I will take Arizona over Tennessee. I'll take Tampa Bay over Seattle. I'll take Detroit over Cincinnati. Washington and the Chargers. That's a coin flip. That one I'll take Washington only because I want this, but I think that that could be a close one. So I don't know. And I take Buffalo over, and then Monday night I'll take Kansas City over Jacksonville. There you go. That's my pick 'em. Do I win a prize if I get them all right? It's Romeo outside 94.1. 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley is Romeo, RD4254 7-7. Do you guys ever pay attention to what people are buying and what time they're buying it at the store? I've told you the story, I think, in the past. I was at the grocery store at 8 a.m. getting breakfast stuff. And there was a lady walking with the kid could have been 5, 6 maybe. And the lady had a bottle of Stoli, the jug of Stoli. And the little girl was carrying orange juice. 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And Stoli's a vodka for those of you that don't know, right? What's going on there? Well, yesterday I stopped by the store to grab a couple things. 10 a.m. In front of me, 3 bottles of champagne. And I was thinking, it's 10 a.m. It's one thing, and you guys will say, Rome, well, you go have drinks after work, right? I do. I go have with breakfast. I might stop by and have a beer with some chilaquiles or something like that. But this girl was at the store buying 3 bottles of champagne at 10 a.m. That's a different level of drinking, isn't it? What do you think was going on there? You had 84254 7-7 4.1. Out of the Valley's Romeo, RD425 7-7. So yesterday I was at the grocery store and the lady in front of me at line had 3 bottles of champagne she was buying, 10 a.m. And I was thinking, what's going on here? I mean, it's one thing, guys get off work. Some of you guys work the overnight shift. Some of you guys have a beer with breakfast or some, when you're out and about, But when you're buying bottles at 10 a.m., to me, that says you're going home. I don't know what that's happening. RD4254 7. Rome, was she hot? She was good looking. Hey, Rome, how old was she? Yeah, I don't know. She was probably in her 40s, mid-40s, 50, early 50s, mid-40s. Hey, Rome, I think she was going to make mimosas, have a bomb breakfast, and good company, my type of Sunday morning. No, this happened yesterday. This was Wednesday morning. Right, I never thought of mimosas. She didn't have no orange juice with her, though. She just had champagne. But maybe you're right. That's a good point. Hey, Rome, I usually buy my bottles early in the morning as well whenever there's going to be a party later in the day. That way I'm not swimming. Okay, maybe that's what she was doing. I can't argue with you guys. I just, was thinking, wow. Okay. RD4254 7-7. Hey, Rome. I know people that work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. They're out there buying 12 packs of beer ready to go home and chill. Yeah, it could be. You could be 100% accurate about that. I was just curious. She didn't look like she was getting off work, though. But, RD4254 7-7. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I was just laughing because of what I was thinking about it. It's out of 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. Yesterday, after I got out to grab a couple of things, This lady had 3 bottles of champagne she was getting. I thought, it's kind of early for champagne, but I forgot about mimosas. She didn't orange juice, though. So, yeah. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, Rome.
What's up?
I'm hearing you on the phone. On the radio, and sometimes I buy my drinks early because I'm a mom and I ain't got the time, and so I'm gonna be in the checkout stand.
After you drop the kids off from school, you stopping by.
Yup, and I enjoy my bottle.
That's awesome.
So she had to be a mom. She had to be.
She could have been. I don't know. I mean, she was. She seemed cool because she was talking to the lady, and I go. But I did. It was just funny. I've been at 10 a.m. I'm thinking, okay, on a way. Okay.
Sometimes we need that.
Look. I'm not judging. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
When you're buying booze at a store, you're going home to drink it. You're not really. You're not going to the bar. You're not going to the restaurant. You're going home to drink.
But she's preparing for the week.
You think 2 bottles of or 3 bottles is gonna? It's Wednesday. You think that's gonna last her all week? You drink champagne, that lasts you about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes.
Either way, she was gonna enjoy bottles.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. All right, thanks for calling.
Have a good morning.
I mean, all right, 842-547-7. Rome, think about it. This mom is just trying to get through Saturday morning chaos, breakfast, screaming children that don't like what you made, even though they asked that. And her husband chilling on the couch. And then she needs to clean up after every morning breakfast. Isn't ending until noon. Ain't no way we're doing that sober. 2 hours later, it's lunchtime. We're going to be buzzed all day. Okay. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Already 42547-7. Maybe someone was being promoted at work and they were going to celebrate later in the day. Maybe. You could buy like she was in work clothes. She looked more like she was in, I guess Lululemon could be work clothes now, right? I don't know. All right, throw some heels on and now it's a work outfit. Already 42547-7. It's out at 4.1. 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I saw this lady yesterday. She was buying 3 bottles of champagne at the grocery store. I stopped by the grocery store at 10 a.m. after I got out of here. I was wondering what was going on. And the guy who texted her, whoever texted, said, promoted at work, they're going to celebrate. They texted back and said, oh, I missed the part about her being in Lulu. She's definitely drinking mimosas with some housewives. Yeah, maybe. You're right. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
Hey, what up?
Hey, when I first moved into the pad right there where I live at, this lady, like, she's here at Albertson here and there, but she always did have early in the morning, like, in her basket. And one morning, about like 8 o'clock at the house, it was like a Monday or Tuesday. She ended up under a flat. She had a 2-seat Beamer, those convertibles, and she lit up under.
So she crashed her car?
Yeah, she was drunk. She was drinking that wine in the morning.
And driving?
She ended up, you know what I mean? She ended up, she was a neighbor like around the block.
Gotcha.
Flatbed.
Okay. Wow.
They be getting, a lot of these women be getting their drink on Rome early in the morning.
All right. That's a terrible story, Ruben, to tell me. All right.
Oh, yeah, I know it is, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people that do that. You know what I mean? Well,
let me tell you a better story about women drinking in the morning, okay? Why you tell me some horrible story like that? That ain't no fun.
Hey, I know it ain't no fun. They shouldn't be driving either way,
right.
but I'm just, you know what I mean?
All right. Get out of here. Why you got to bring everybody?
Oh,
Get
come
out
on.
of here. Ruben just bringing a better story about me. I'm out at a country club over on the east side playing golf morning. It was a Friday morning. I was playing in a golf. Was I playing a golf tournament? No. I was just out playing with some buddies. Okay, golf ball way right into some. And me and my buddy, I go, let's just go see if maybe it didn't. And this was probably about 10:30 in the morning on a Friday. So we roll up to the house where the backyard is, and I think that it's where I hit my ball. And we get this lady, and she's really good looking older lady, right? Still looks good. And she's got her robe half open, half tied. She got a margarita in her hand in a margarita glass. And we roll up, and you could see through her robe. And I go, hey, did I lose my ball? She goes, sweetie, I think you hit your ball right in there. And then hands me like 15 golf balls. Oh, don't worry, it happens all the time. Okay. That's a way better story of a woman drinking in the morning than it is whatever Ruben just said. My God, Ruben. Why you got to bring everybody down today? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Bro, any chance was that woman's name Jennifer?
No idea what that woman's name. Why would I know what her name is? What are you talking about?
Well, because I have a similar story about older women that drink early in the morning. I used to work for a plastic surgeon. And it was so weird because this guy would always call me over to work on their house once he left to work.
Oh, you're talking about I see. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the woman I saw at the golf course. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they live by a golf course. So I would show up over there and the same thing. This older woman looking like her mom, robe, little martini cup, and she'd be like, oh, David, go, David. It was my best summer job I can remember, Romeo.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I'm still looking for her.
Oh, they're all over the place, Raider Dave. I play golf all over the place. And during the summers, you'll see women all over the place, half naked with a drink in their hand during the morning, during the afternoon, all just sitting there enjoying, showing off everything they got.
That's life. That's when you know you've made it. You don't need to travel to Hawaii to go to paradise. Just find one of these stiflers' moms.
All right.
You got it, lady.
I mean, they're all over the place. They're not, right? Older women still look hot as hell, walking around with a drink in their hand at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. You can't beat it. RD42547 to 4.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Rome. RD42547 to 7. Hey, Rome. I got to tell you about checking out what people have in their baskets when you're at the store or Target or something like that. I do. It's a good way to pick up, to see what they have, to tell if they're single, if they're lonely, they have a man. You can tell by what they're shopping for. If they have kids, they have a family. Yeah, you can. You can tell a lot they're buying at a grocery store. One time, Rome, I was at the grocery store. And this woman had a frozen vegetables in her basket. It looked like it was for just one person. To her, and I said, hey, I'm so-and-so. Introduced myself. She introduced herself. I said, hey, would you like me to buy you a real meal tonight? And she looked at me and laughed and said, what, this isn't a real meal? And I said, a frozen dinner is not a real meal. Let me buy you a real meal. She ended up, was the wrong time to hit on her. And I thought to myself, there's never a wrong time to hit on a woman, right, Rome? Well, maybe at a funeral. I don't. Is there ever a wrong time to hit on a woman? No. So what happened? She said no. The story. So what do you? I don't know what the story is. The story about hitting on women, or is it about the wrong time to hit on a woman, about people and noticing who people are by what they buy? All right, 42547 to 7. It's Hot 4.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547 to 7. Yo, Rome, I want to give a huge shout out for all the men paying child support, because now men and women can now claim their child support as tax and get all that in a tax return. Okay. Congratulations. RD42547 to 7. I want to talk about driver's ed. I want to talk about teaching or learning how to drive. We'll get to it next. Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm in the valley. It's Romeo. All right, let's talk about driver's ed. Teaching your kids to drive. What happened? Something happened crazy when they were teaching you how to drive. I mean, I remember, and does anybody know this? Any of you teachers out there? Anybody? When did they stop teaching driver's ed? When I was in school, when I was in high school, part of the semester or the semester of class was broken up between health and driver's ed. way, kind of a crazy combination. Are you going to teach us about sex and cars in the same semester? All right. A lot of people have sex. You ever think about that? But it was taught in school. So you would get with 3 other kids, and it was a Dodge, Dart or something like that. Does anybody remember when they stopped teaching driver's ed in school? And I'll tell you one of the things. A lot of you guys say these kids today, they don't want to drive, but that's part of the reason. Because we used to, when you were in school, that was the whole thing. You were waiting for that driver's ed class. So that's one of the reasons kids don't want to drive as much anymore. Party 547. So, I thought it was, I'll tell you, when my dad taught me how to drive, we had a family farm. So we go out there, my dad gets a tall boy, says, get in the car, let's go drive around the family farm. So we took off. Just kind of funny. So that's what happened when you learned to drive? RD42547, or what happened when you had to teach somebody to drive? I always thought we had a crazy teacher who taught us driving. It was always the crazy guy. No fear. I don't even know how you find that person. Just calm and no whatever. The guy might have been high all the time. Maybe it was a burnout, but they had to teach us how to drive. RD42547, how to drive. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Let's talk about driving, teaching somebody to drive. Right over the first time you learned how to drive, what happened? RD42547. I mean, it's scary, man, getting in a car with somebody that don't know how to drive. And it's scary for you to drive, right? It just, that's why I think I would have to let somebody else teach somebody how to. I could not teach you how to drive. I have to let somebody else do it. It's just, man, it's scary. RD42547. And now that I've seen some of you drivers out there on the road today, it's almost like nobody's teaching you how to drive. RD42547. Good morning, out. What's going on?
Yes, you guys are talking about the first time driving?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh my God, my dad took me driving when I was 16 to the back way, and I was going fast, and he was like, slow down, and then a dog came in front of the car, and I let go to cover my eyes.
Brilliant! Did you hit the dog?
The dog, it like, I hit the steering wheel right away, and I was like, oh my God. So your dad grabbed the wheel? Yes.
Oh my God. Did he let you drive after that?
No, he took me home.
Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo talking about driving, right? What happened when you learned? Good morning, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rom?
Hey, Ruben, what's going on, man?
Man, Rom, you know the Yukon, the lift the Yukon running.
Oh, yeah.
The old lady showed, well, you know what I mean, knows how to drive, Rome. But man, I took for a drive back there on what was that, Rudd? Rome, the field. You know what I mean? Because it started to the side. You know, the little roads back there are a little bouncy.
Yeah.
Man, Rome, I tell her, get out of the driver's seat. I went back home, and I tell you what, I didn't teach any of my girls how to drive. The old lady did it. I couldn't do it, Rome. My anxiety, man, PTSD, everything, Rome. I looked loony out there in the field, all scared. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, man. You got to have a certain type of, stress. You got to have a certain type of patience.
I don't give a you know what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a buddy who's like that. He don't care. He will roll anywhere. So laid back. I don't know how he can do it.
Well, my uncle from Victorville over there, he has about like 10 acres, and the girls were little. And I think Samantha was probably like 9. And he said, I'm going to take him for a ride, and he had a van, a big old caravan.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, the van drives off, and he's standing on the outside, and the kids in the van doing donuts out there and stuff. I'm like, deal, like, they never drove before. He's like, it's okay, it's my property. Anything they hit, it's mine. He said, don't worry about it.
That's wild.
Bro, the only tree out there, Maya, the one that hit it. one tree in the middle of the field, she had to hit it. Samantha was younger. I thought Maya was 10, and Samantha was about 8.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, but yeah, I was like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, you gotta have some kind of other mind to teach people how to drive, because when you're in control of that steering wheel, it's kind of crazy feeling when they're doing something crazy.
All right, Ruben.
Yeah,
that's wild, man. I have a certain type of something that I don't have. I'll tell you that much. 4254 7-7. Driver's ed, man. What happened? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo talking about driving, right? What happened when you learned how to drive? 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romeo Coronavirus Stalker. You're talking about teaching people how to drive?
Yeah. I can only imagine what you got.
Give me PTSD.
What happened?
Okay, we were barely like teaching her how to drive, but like we were letting her like reverse the car and stuff like that. So my husband goes to go work on a car at his friend's house, and we go, you know what I mean? Because we're in the front yard, so we're hanging out. So he tells my daughter, hey, he's sitting in the back, and he tells my daughter, hey, just reverse the car. She's like, okay. So we put it in reverse. She slams on the gas, and he has to jump forward. He hits his face and slams, and like has to brake with his hand. And then his friend almost had a heart attack. He was like, "Oh my God, you almost hit my neighbor's car." And we just got good with my neighbors, and I was just, I told my daughter never again. So now she tries to tell me to teach her how to drive. I'm like, hell no, you better tell your dad. Like, not me. As soon as she gets to the driving seat, I start sweating.
Wow, wow. All right.
Yeah, and then what gets me, it's like she gets mad because I'm teaching my 17-year-old now, my son. But it's like, no. And my daughter, she's like so nervous. She's like, Mom, when I get a car, I'm going to buy stickers. Order the sticker. Don't honk at me. I'm probably already crying.
Oh!
Yeah, so I'm just like, I cannot teach my older daughter. I cannot.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Yeah. Already 42547-7. Driver's ed, man. What happened when you're teaching the kids to drive? When you learned how to drive? Throw me on someone. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right. Teaching somebody to drive. What happened? 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Oh, man. I remember my time teaching somebody how to drive. Man, I let them while I'm drunk, so I wouldn't say nothing.
What?
I'm drunk, and I let them drive, so I won't say.
What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. Romeo, come on, man. Hey, because every time when someone teaches somebody how to drive, they always have something to say while the person is driving. I ain't trying to get in an accident.
What do you mean? You have to say something. You could crash.
Yeah. But all the time that's coming up in 15 seconds and you still speeding, I ain't going to say nothing. If you don't know how to stop, then you don't know how to stop.
You're right. What if they crash?
We crashed in front of a stop sign one time. Damn shame what happened to that dog. Man.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you?
But if I would have said something, they would have hit the damn cat, too.
You're an idiot. What is wrong with you?
Alcohol was wrong with me. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. All right. Thanks for calling.
Have a good one.
Hey, wait. Who are you teaching to drive?
The kids.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, later.
Better teach them while you're drunk so you won't say nothing, you know.
All right. I'll rules to live by. All right, later. All right, 842-547-7. Has anybody ever taught an adult to drive? Have you ever done that? I mean, all the story about teaching your kids to drive. Have you ever had to teach an adult to drive? Throw me outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. Let's talk about driving lessons. Nowadays, you get, I'd love to talk to the guy who runs the driving school. With that, all your kids have to go take lessons from. I bet he has some stories. Learning to drive. What happened when you did it? All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. Good
Hey,
morning.
what's up?
So, my first driving time, it was in an LA freeway. I was scared to death. I had a sub-deli job at the time, and my manager said, take this delivery. I said, I don't have a license. He said, just go. Go ahead. You'll be fine. I didn't know that this destination was only through a freeway, and I don't know how I made it alive, but I got through it, and that's how I taught myself how to drive. It was a white Corolla, beat-up little car, but that was my first time, and ever since, I've learned how to drive.
Was it an automatic or a stick?
It was automatic.
You literally got into a car and drove the LA freeway for the first time.
I don't know how I did it.
Wow.
I don't know how I did it. Hey, but it taught me how to drive. So
That's impressive. That is very impressive. All right. Thanks for calling.
no problem. Good morning.
Wow, that's impressive. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, I taught myself how to drive. Like I said, learning to drive. Do you cheat somebody? What happened? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, talking about learning to drive, right? I mean, I think people today drive far worse than back in the day, okay? And why? I don't know. Because whoever's teaching you, I mean, maybe it's because you're idiots. I have no idea. But, you know, we got some of the worst drivers on the road right now. It's got to be since millennials, right? What if you had to guess? Hey, Rome, I'm a truck driver. You should see how stupid some people drive. Oh, I see it. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's up, bro?
What up, man?
I taught myself how to drive, but that's the simple part. I was stationed in Germany when I was in the military, and all their cars in Germany is all sick. Never drove a sick before. I'm like 18, 19 years old. Rented a car out there. And when I say Germany don't have a speed limit, so trying to teach yourself how to drive a stick out there, the most dangerous thing ever.
Wait, so when you went to Germany, you had to teach yourself how to drive a stick shift?
I had to teach myself how to drive manual.
That's fun. You didn't have nobody that you were in the military with that could help you?
Oh, everything I had was automatic.
Oh. All right, man. All right. Did you have an accident?
No, but I probably caused about 3 or 4 of them. Because they got them steep hills. So if you don't know how that cut gas good in first gear, you stall out every time.
Yeah, every time. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Maybe that's why people today are such idiotic drivers, because they never learned how to use a manual. I mean, maybe if you had a manual transmission, you'd know what's up instead of everybody with auto drive, autopilot. What's it called? Automatic. I mean, maybe that's why these people all suck at driving, because you never learned how to drive a real car. All right, 842-547-7. Learning to drive, man. What happened? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, we're talking about driving, right? Learning to drive. We got some of the worst drivers in Bakersfield, and I don't know who's teaching them, man, but what happened when you learned? Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Yo, Ron, what up, man?
What up, brother?
All right, look, here we go. This is the issue. Now, my mom taught me how to drive. The only thing I've ever, even nowadays, I drive a stick shift. I don't drive automatic. I don't like automatic.
Okay.
Anybody can say, oh, well, you never driven in LA. Yeah, I'm from LA. I still don't care. I don't like an automatic.
Okay.
There's a lot more problems. So here's the problem. They came out with these self-parking vehicles and these lights that go on when someone's in your blind spot. So you're so dependent on the car, you don't realize that the car ain't going to tell you everything.
Okay.
You know, and then like that guy said, man, if you learn to drive stick, I think it makes you more aware. You got to remember what gear you're in, the clutch. You know, it makes you more relaxed. That's what I think, man. If you ever think about it, a lot of people that don't know how to drive stick, they can't really drive. Like, they're horrible drivers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was curious. What did they stop putting blinkers in cars too?
Well, yeah, just like they kind of people stop being born with common sense. It's kind of the same thing, you know. Like, I mean, hell, if it's not a TikTok room, they're not going to do it.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. Yeah, I don't know. We got some of the worst drivers on the road in Bakersfield, and I don't know how we got there. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Romeo, you know why people can't drive in Bakersfield?
Why?
Because it's a thug life, Romeo. It's the road rage capital.
Sometimes I just think you sit at home all day and call to say stupid things to me. Like, that's just what you think about.
No, not at all. I'm a reflection of what I'm hearing. So I'm kind of like bouncing back the energy you give me.
Okay. All right. Get out of here. Why can't people drive in Bakersfield? Because the road rage capital. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think it's because you got a bunch of idiots with auto park and auto drive, and you only got to drive an automatic, and you don't really learn how to drive a car. That's what I think it is. RD42547 It's Romeo. It's Hot 4.1. Hot 4.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, all right, driving lessons, right? I don't know who's giving them out today, but you're doing a terrible job because we have some of the worst drivers ever. And it's not just in Bakersfield, it's in the world, the country. I mean, we're terrible drivers. Why can't you people learn to drive? And what happened when you learned? All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, I'm on 20th Street, downtown Bakersfield. I just got hit by someone. Well, okay, what happened? But that's what I'm saying. Why did you get hit? What happened? All right, 842-547-7. Now, Romeo, you know damn well this bee knows exactly how they parked and would probably still argue they parked perfectly. It's entitled Idiocracy that makes these morons drive the way they do. What did she write here? Oh, and sent me a photo of it. And it's usually, you know what's even funnier? It's usually some clown in a car that sucks. Let me put it to you like that. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, I'm from Los Angeles, and the reason Bakersfield people can't drive because they don't have the experience with traffic or pedestrians. Bakersfield barely starting to grow, so they're only starting to learn to drive. They don't know how to yield for pedestrians. They don't know how to make a left turn without an arrow telling them how to turn. And they have no idea what to do in different weather conditions because of the lack of experience. They're just dumb. Hey, you might be right. I want to know why they don't know how to use a blinker. And I want to know why they think it's okay to make a U-turn anywhere they want. Remember the old days when we would drive? If you missed your turn, you drive around the block. Remember that? Or you'd hit the net. Yeah, now they just make U-turns. Or just stop in the middle of the road and back up. Yeah, I've seen that too. RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's out of the 4.1.